All right, all right. Welcome to the Wednesday, December the 3rd, 15-minute superpower training Zoom. We're going to talk about some things to put rocket boosters into your business tonight. I hope you're ready. Hope you got a pen and paper handy. Let me get set up here. Some new people coming in here. Let me let them in. Oh, I didn't want that to happen. There we go. Welcome, welcome. That keeps happening to me. All right. All right, all right. Here we go. Okay, so do you guys see that on the screen right now? Do not fear death, fear a life of mediocrity. Do you ever wonder? I'm sure you do, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Do you ever wonder, like, let's say you're one of the people that gets to the end of their life and you actually know it's the end of your life. You know, a lot of people don't have the, if you want to call it the luxury of that or the benefit of that or whatever, where you get to actually know that the end is near. And maybe you just fall asleep one night and you don't wake up, right? You're 108 years old and you just go to sleep one night and you don't wake up. But do you ever wonder when you get there, when you get to that place, you're laying in bed, you're taking some of your last breaths. Do you ever wonder what you're going to be thinking about? I'm curious. Drop something in the chat if you've ever had that thought. Has that thought ever crossed your mind? Here's what I don't think that any of us are going to be thinking about as we're laying in that bed, knowing that we're taking some of our last breath. I don't think any of us are going to be thinking about our best days at work, at our job. I think we're going to be thinking about family memories, times that we spent together, the things we did, the contributions we made to other people, the things that matter, right? I believe that that's what we're going to be thinking about. I also believe that a lot of people have a lot of regret. People that don't live, you can arrive safely at death in bubble wrap and having never achieved or done anything in your life and just arrive safely at death and wrapped up in bubble wrap, having never done anything, right? Not really lived, not really contributed, not done much. But I think those kind of people are going to have a lot of regrets about having missed a lot of things because I believe at the end, we're thinking about if we could just do one more thing or see our family one more time, or, there's things like that, right, that matter. So that's really what I interpret when I see this, do not fear death, fear a life of mediocrity. That's what I think of. Now, did you know that 67%, 2/3 of Americans are just one car repair or one medical bill or one surprise, one financial surprise away from disaster? Less than 1/3 of America has more than $500 for an emergency. That means 2/3 of Americans don't have $500 for an emergency. I think our audience, the amount of people that should be interested in what we have to share with them, should be sky high based on that, right? Based on that, there should be millions and millions and millions of people looking for what you have. Okay? Here's what I don't care how good you are at network marketing or how bad you are. If you have a really good week or a really bad week or a really good month or bad month in network marketing, you can always go back, open up your calendar for that time period, whether it's a week or a month, and you can look at your appointment bookings. You can look at your notes. How many people were at coffee shop meetings with you? How many people showed up at the hotel meeting? How many people were in a living room with you? How many people were on a three-way call with you? How many people did you have show up to Zoom? How many people on your team did those things? Because that rate of exposure is the absolute best fortune teller and predictor of your future income. In network marketing, You are not going to make money if people are not seeing this information. You could be the best presenter in the world. You could have a product, you could have a patch, you stick it on and someone's freaking foot grows back. They could be missing a foot and you put it on, their foot grows back. If no one knows about it, you're going to make zero, right? They could be 100 years old and you stick a patch on them and they turn 29 years old in 30 minutes. And you will make zero if no one knows about it. So rate of exposure matters. Okay? So here's where the rubber meets the road. If it's to be, it's up to me, and I'm sorry to tell you, but no one is coming to save you. Are there people here willing to help you? Of course. Cynthia and I will work all day, all night. We'll stay up until the wee early morning hours with you, helping you build your business, but we can't do it for you. We just simply cannot put your network's eyes and ears on this information. You have to do that part of it, right? So we're here to help you. You run, we want run. I want to talk a little bit about ranks because Jay's been loosening up the ranks, the rank requirements for us. It couldn't be any easier in October and November. And look, I don't know if he's going to do this again in December or not. He might, but senior associate, team leader, director, and managing director, he made it so ridiculously easy for you to hit these ranks in October and November. He took away all of the qualifying requirements other than volume, meaning you didn't have to have anyone in your group reach any rank whatsoever. You didn't have to have a maximum of 60% of volume in any one leg. You could have 100% of your volume in one leg and still rank advance. I let him in. And get all the way to managing director. Okay? Just volume based. Just make the volume, make the rank. He did that for October, November. Maybe he'll extend it for December. We don't know. Jay's out of the country. He's overseas until like December 9th or 10th. And I think our next leadership call with him, with the group where he announces those types of things, won't be until the 11th or 12th. So we might not know until halfway through December what kind of incentive he might throw at us for December. So here's my challenge to you. If I were you, I'd be doing everything I could to generate the volume to get some of these ranks because that could happen again. Here's the other thing that could happen again. What if he says, hey, the Flex 40 BOGO was so freaking successful, we're going to do it again in December. But we just let the first 10 or 11 or 12 days of December go by us without putting in any Flex 40 kits. And then we find out, oh man, had I done that, I could have been way ahead of where I am right now. I could actually achieve the goal this month and get and pick up that extra $1,000 bonus or $5,000 bonus or whatever he's going to. I believe, I don't know for sure. I can't say. I don't have a crystal ball, but I believe he's going to throw something at us. So do you think we ought to do something between now and the time he gets back from overseas to plant the seeds and get our garden growing so that when he does announce it, we're well on our way there? I think we should. I think that'd be a smart business move on our part. And then here's the other thing I want to cover with you guys real quick. Leaders and top income earners, they do some things that other people are not willing to do. And I want to go through these. There's 11 things I want to cover with you guys. So I hope you have a pen and paper handy. Leaders / top income earners do these things. Number one, no excuses. Number two, treat their business like a business, not a hobby. Number three, lead by example. What does that mean? It means they show people the way, not tell them the way. What does that look like? That means you're sponsoring people and showing them, I'm getting Flex 40s. I'm not telling you to get Flex 40s, and I'm not getting Flex 40s. Okay? Cynthia and I've sponsored 3 new people in the last 3 weeks. All of you should be doing that. We're almost at 30 personally sponsored people in Super Patch. Are you at 30 yet? Are you at 30 or 40? You're probably not ahead of us. You probably ought to keep going. If you haven't found the winners yet, keep going. Here's the other thing. At the very least, top income earners do whatever it takes. And they don't just do whatever it takes, they do that consistently. They're not on the pedal, off the pedal. They don't work 1 week and not the next week, or 1 month and not the next month. They're consistent. What does that look like for you? You may have an insane busy schedule. You may only have 8 hours a week. You can build your business, but by golly, 8 hours a week, you ought to be on fire. You ought to treat it like a serious business and be consistent those 8 hours, right? And then they build their business in very intense blitzes. I don't know if you've noticed, but top income earners blitz. It works. Blitzes work. It creates an infectious energy in your team. That means all out massive action for whatever time you dedicate. If you say, I'm going to do a 30-day blitz, then you do an all out massive 30-day blitz. If you're going to do a 7-day blitz, you do a 7-day blitz. But blitzes work, and all top leaders use that weapon. Okay. Top leaders, top income earners, they project a winning posture that's infectious. When you're around your prospects, when you're around people on your team, are you infectious? Is your energy infectious? Do they feel like they're in the presence of a winner? Because if you do that, you become a magnet and people are drawn to you. The other thing top income earners do, they always create urgency. You always feel with top income earners that they're busy and they're in a hurry, because they really are, but they know that they have to create that urgency environment. Because why? Because it gets people to move. It gets people to do things. They want to be a part of that. They feel like something great is happening. There's energy, there's flow, there's movement. They want to get off that hamster wheel they're on, right? What's another thing that these top income earners do? They leverage systems, products, and teams. You'll notice they're not explainers. They may be presenters. They may do presentations for their team, but when it comes to presenting to their own prospects, they follow the system. They use the same tools they teach you to use. And then top income earners know that rate of exposure is the golden goose that laid the egg. Rate of exposure. Okay. And then the last thing, number 11, they keep sponsoring until they find the winners they're looking for. If you don't, you got to have 3 legs to get to the top rank in Super Patch. If you don't have 5 legs blowing up, you're not done sponsoring yet. Keep going. Keep going. Plus, sponsoring's fun. Why would you even stop? It's freaking awesome. It's a gift. You're sharing a gift with people. It doesn't matter if they're your friend or someone you just met yesterday. You have a gift for them. Remember, 2/3 of Americans don't have $500 for an emergency. If you're inside the 1/3, God bless you. Congratulations. You're in the top 1/3. But 2/3 of the people out there are not in that category with you. So let's go help them. Let's go get some of that contribution income that Cynthia's always talking about. And with that, in 44 minutes, Cynthia's going to bring the heat on the superzoom.com. Super Zoom. So there's plenty of time. Send out messages, send some voice drops, record your voice, send it as a text message to your friends. They'll react better to that than a regular text message, I promise. When they hear your voice, they feel more compelled. It's just more effective, you guys. The other thing you can do is you can put your camera on you and shoot a little selfie video and send them a video. Hey, Rick, I was just thinking about you, buddy. I've got a gift for you. It's starting in 44 minutes. I'm going to drop a link below for you. I'll see you there. It's called the superzoom.com. See you there starting in 44 minutes. And watch what happens when you send your buddy a little video. It works, you guys. It's more compelling. They feel more responsible to show up for that Zoom because you made the time to send them a little video. They got to see you and hear you. It's not just a text message. So rate of exposure is the golden goose, laid the eggs. That's it for tonight. We'll see you on the Super Zoom. Cheers. I'm out.